And there were certain things that just had almost a visceral effect on me, i.e., the whole thing about crossing a line. You don't cross a line, yeah, with the chauffeur, and yeah.
Mm.
So there's like this invisible line that rich people decide what it is and can't be crossed, and it's crossed at poor people's peril. And obviously, poor people don't even know what it is. So and so talks a lot, but he doesn't cross the line. But his smell does, right?
Yeah.
And the whole thing about smell and poor people smelling and poor people being unaware that they smell and poor people smelling for reasons that have nothing to do with them. Yeah, they have
Yeah.
to take the subway or they have to live in a semi-basement with mold, right? Like,
Yeah.
and so something that instantly registers on rich people, like you stink, right?
And it's the smell, or rather the rich dad's commentary on the smell that leads the dad of the poor family to lose it and kill him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's that moment. I mean, I thought that was quite interesting because at that point they're really defending themselves from the husband who's just coming out and starting killing everyone. But it's totally unrelated to him that the poor father, Mr. Kim, stabs the rich father.
Well, to me, it made sense, and there's been a lot of elements leading up to it, right? So this thing about people smelling, you hear it about 3 or 4 or 5 times,
Yeah.
And it's clearly bewildering and disturbing. So people begin to smell. Do I really smell that bad? Like I don't notice it, right? And actually, the thing is, it's not personal. All poor people to him smell alike, and of course, what a great insult, and and what a loss of dignity. It basically means, kind of by virtue of being poor, you're unclean and stink. I mean, it is like,
Yeah.
it's a horrible insult, really.
And it is made explicit through when they're trying to work out why they all smell, because actually the kid has said everyone smells the same.
Yes.
And they feel like they're going to be rumbled. And they say we need to use different fabric conditioner or whatever. And the daughter says, no, it's the flat. We can't get it. It's the smell of the flat.
Yeah, you can't get rid of the fly.
Exactly.
And actually, that's highlighted after when there's a monsoon or something, and the rains come, and the rains flood the flat. And actually, they not only flood the flat, but they flood it with shit.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, there were other things that became salient, actually, and one of them was the whole notion of performance.
Yeah.
That you were talking about, right? So it didn't occur to me on first viewing that so much is made of performing, right? So people learn their lines, they learn a script, they memorize identities and who they are, they dress in a particular way, they make up things, yeah, they learn their lines, they rehearse them, they speak them, not too high, not too low. There's a lot here about acting, yeah, and performing kind of being. And, the film is telling you in a way that, yes, that gets you the job and that gets you in places and so on. On the other hand, there's just your smell. No matter how you perform, yeah, and so on, there's just the smell of poverty.